Welcome back. The next topic is prism. What is prism? A prism is a portion of a refracting material. A prism is a portion of refracting material. ये एक पोर्शन है. पोर्शन मतलब एक हिस्सा है. एक रिफ्रैक्टिंग मटेरियल का एक ट्रायंगुलर शेप का हिस्सा है जिसको हम प्रिज्म बोलते हैं. ये प्रिज्म कैसा दिखता है? डायग्राम से समझते हैं. ये कुछ इस तरह से दिखता है. एंड द प्रिज्म लुक्स लाइक इन दिस. इट हैज थ्री रिफ्रैक्टिंग सरफेसेस, देन एजेस, एन एंगल, टू एंगल रिफ्रैक्टिंग एंगल्स. सो इट इज अ पोर्शन ऑफ अ रिफ्रैक्टिंग मटेरियल. ये एक हिस्सा है कि रिफ्रैक्टिंग मटेरियल का जो दो सरफेसेस से बाउंड है. रिफ्रैक्टिंग एंगल है इसमें, रिफ्रैक्टिंग सरफेसेस है और रिफ्रैक्टिंग एजेस है. इसी को हम लोग प्रिज्म बोलते हैं. In 2D figure, let us see, it will look like something this way. See, if we see in 2D figure on a plain page of paper, it will look like something like this view, side view. Let us understand with the help of a diagram. A triangular ABC is a triangular glass prism. I'll write here the points. ABC is a triangular glass prism. See, this angle A, this angle A is called angle of prism. Angle of prism. This is the angle between the two lateral surface. You can say angle between two lateral surface. Like see in this one, I am taking an example of a pen. See this two pen. If this is the side, this is the two lateral faces, and the angle that is made by these two lateral surface, this angle is called angle of prism. Okay. Now let us consider a ray of light is coming through this prism. A ray of light is coming from this side and going through the prism. So this will be the incident ray, I, or should I write capital I? That is the incident ray. I am writing it incident ray. This is the incident ray. And since the surface is like this, perpendicular will be like this. इसका सरफेस कुछ ऐसे एंगल में है तो इसका परपेंडिकुलर जो नॉर्मल कहलाता है. नॉर्मल कुछ इस तरह से होगा, नॉर्मली होगा. सो दिस इज द एयर and this is the glass. So this is the rarer medium. This is the rarer medium and this will be the denser medium. Okay. So light is traveling from the rarer to denser. The light and the ray of light will tends to move away from the original path and towards the normal. Rarer to denser means towards the normal and away from the original path. The original path was something like this. I'm extending it. Original path was this and it is moving away from the original path and towards the normal. It is moving like this. Okay. Now this ray of light is acting as an incident of this to this surface, since this is the refracted ray of side AB. AB का ये रिफ्रैक्शन है, लेकिन यही रे इस सरफेस के लिए इंसिडेंट बन गया. ठीक है. अब ये इंसिडेंट बन गया, आई एम पुटिंग एरो मार्क, इंसिडेंट हो गया. अब डेंसर टू अगेन रेयर मीडियम में लाइट ट्रेवल कर रहा है, तो इसका ओरिजिनल पाथ तो ऐसा होना चाहिए था, लेकिन अवे फ्रॉम द नॉर्मल. तो ये इसका नॉर्मल होगा, कुछ इसका नॉर्मल कुछ होगा ऐसा. ठीक है. तो अब ये अवे फ्रॉम द नॉर्मल भागेगा, है ना, तो ये और इधर भाग जाएगा. ठीक है. ये हो गया एरो. एंड दिस इज एमर्जिंग आउट फ्रॉम द प्रिज्म. सो दिस विल बी द एमर्जेंट रे. इट विल कॉल्ड एज एमर्जेंट रे. नाउ कमिंग टू द एंगल्स. सी द एंगल दैट इज मेकिंग विद द इंसिडेंट एंड द नॉर्मल इज कॉल्ड इंसिडेंट एंगल और एंगल ऑफ इंसिडेंस. दैट यू कैन राइट आई इज द एंगल ऑफ इंसिडेंस. एंगल ऑफ इंसिडेंस. द रिफ्रैक्टेड रे एंड द नॉर्मल, दिस एंगल विल बी R1. Let R1 be called as the refraction inside the prism. Angle of refraction inside prism. Why I am writing inside prism? Because one more refraction is there. So inside prism R1. Now this is the incident to this surface. So let us put this one as R2. So R2 is the angle of incidence. Incidence inside prism. Inside prism. And you can add also on surface AC. Here you can add angle of refraction inside prism on surface AB. It will be more clear. So R2 is the angle of incidence inside the prism. Okay. Now this is the emergent ray. The emergent ray making with the normal. This complete, that will be E. So E will be the emergence, angle of emergence. Angle of emergence. And this is the normal. Let it be N1 for this surface and this should be N2. Let it be N2. So N1 and N2 are the normals. When we extend back the emergent ray, this ray is when extended backward, it will meet the extended ray of the incident ray, original path. Okay, when we extend the emergent ray backward, it will meet the incident ray, that is extended incident ray. हम इन emergent ray का backward direction में जब हम इसको extend करेंगे तो ये meet करेगा incident ray से, और जहाँ पर ये meet करेगा this angle will be angle D, or you can write delta. I am writing here angle D or delta. This is the angle of deviation. What is deviation? The emergent ray that is coming out along a path which is different, okay, which is different, and it is denoted by D, the angle between the incident ray and the emergent ray. Okay, the angle between the incident ray and the emergent ray is called the angle of deviation. I am writing it here, angle between incident ray and emergent ray. Is it clear? Okay, E and I, incident ray and emergent ray, the angle between these two is called the angle of deviation. Now if you can see clearly, this A, B, C, okay, and this is D. Let it be point D or D only, we should say the D. So in triangle APOQ, where is O? O is the normal, meeting point of the normal. This is O, where the normal meets. Okay, this is the O. So if you see clearly, in quadrilateral, making it little this one. In quadrilateral APOQ, let us see here. I'm zooming it. See, in triangle A, I'm first telling all the things, then I will write. Okay, in triangle APOQ, angle A plus angle O is equal to 180 degree. See, in triangle A, let this be point P and this is Q. Okay, the incident point and the refracted point, emergent point, it is A and P, A and Q, P and Q, sorry. So angle A, quadrilateral APOQ, this is a quadrilateral. See, in quadrilateral, the opposite angle, the sum of the opposite angle is 180 degree. So in quadrilateral APOQ, in quadrilateral APOQ, we can write angle A plus angle O is equal to 180 degree. This will be equation 1. You can give a reason also. See, in this figure, see, this is the normal. Okay, this is the normal to the surface, so this will be 90 degree. This is also normal to the surface, this is also 90 degree. So this 290, 90, 180. So left is 180. So angle A plus angle O. This way also you can understand. A plus O is equal to 180. Now let us see. In triangle POQ, in triangle PO and Q, what we can write? This angle plus this angle plus this angle. Sum of the interior angles of the triangle is 180 degree. So we can write in triangle OPQ or POQ, R1 plus R2 plus angle O is equal to 180 degree. Okay, so here R1 plus R2 is equal to 180 minus O, and from this equation if we see, angle A is equal to 180 minus O. Okay, so we can write R1 plus R2 is equal to angle A, that is the angle of prism. So we get one relation here between the angle of prism and this one was angle of refraction inside prism and angle of incident inside prism. So the relation is R1 plus R2 is equal to angle A, that is angle of prism. This is one of the equation. Now let us see again this figure. So in triangle DPQ, in triangle, see, D, P and Q, this triangle now, the above triangle. In triangle DPQ, again this angle plus this angle plus this angle should be 180 degree. Okay, so this is incident. Okay, this is I, so this complete should be I, this complete should be I. So if complete is I due to vertical opposite angle, so I minus R1 will be this angle. Okay, I will write the definition here, I will write it clearly so it will be very clear. Since angle N1P and the incident ray, that is this one, I'm making it I, okay, capital I. So in angle N1P and I is equal to angle DPO, that is vertical opposite angle. See, this angle will be equal to complete this angle, vertical opposite angle, that is I. So angle DPQ, angle DPQ will be equal to I minus R1. This angle will be equal to I minus R1. Similarly here also, this angle will be E minus R2, E minus R2. Angle dqp will be E minus R2. Okay. So we know this theorem also, that in a triangle, this exterior angle, if this exterior angle, what is this exterior angle? Sum of the two interior opposite angle. So same here, see, same in the figure, this angle, angle of deviation will be equal to the sum of the two interior opposite angle. So we can write delta is equal to sum of the two interior opposite angle, means this two only, I minus R1 plus E minus R2. Okay, so del is equal to I plus E minus, if we see minus R1 here, minus R2, we can take in the bracket R1 plus R2. So R1 and R1 plus R2 is equal to A. So del is equal to I plus E minus A. This A will come this side. So del plus A is equal to I plus E. So this is one more expression, that angle of deviation plus angle of prism is equal to angle of the incidence plus angle of the emergence. This is very important derivation, everyone should know. Sum of the angle of deviation and angle of prism is equal to sum of the angle of incidence and the angle of prism, angle of emergence. Now the factors that are affecting the angle of deviation, what are the factors? Number one, it is angle of incidence. Greater will be the angle of incidence, means greater will be the deviation, angle of deviation. More the incidence angle, more the deviation. Okay. Second one is angle of prism. Angle of prism, this is also directly proportional. More the angle of prism, means more is the deviation, angle of deviation. Okay. Third one is color of light or wavelength of the light. Color or the wavelength of the light. This is inversely proportional. The light that is having more wavelength will have less deviation. More wavelength, less deviation. Okay. And last is the material. Material of prism. How it is dependent? Material of prism, that means the refractive index of the since we earlier know that the wavelength and the refractive index is inversely proportional, so this will apply here also. So more the refractive index, means more the angle of deviation.